Tell us a little bit about the study guide, the participant book, and the process that really facilitates the person or the group or the entire congregation going through that process and really experiencing that journey every step along the way.
Right. Well, it actually kind of reminds me of something I talk about in the participant guide. Back years ago when our son was playing Little League Baseball, he was standing in the batter's box and he had a full count on him. All right, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And we were just waiting breathlessly for this next pitch. And his little friend who was standing next to me says, well, one thing's for sure, something's going to happen. And my wife and I, we just burst out laughing when he said that. And we have said that 1,000 times since then because it's so true. I mean, sooner or later in life, something is going to happen, right? And often those are good things. So there's certain stretches of life that things go so well, you think it's just going to be like that all the time. But it's not. And sooner or later, a fall occurs, whether it's due to forces beyond our control or some missteps that we have made on our own. And then we have to face that choice, right? We have to kind of own up to, are we going to allow that fall to define and defeat us? Or are we going to choose to dig deeper, ignite hope, and mount a comeback? Well, the participant guide is designed to help us both on a group level and an individual level to mount that comeback. All right, so the participant guide is meant to work on a number of different levels at the same time. So it's really designed for people of deep faith and people of no faith. And the reason for that is because, comebacks, well, I'll put it this way, falls are, kind of equal opportunity employers. I mean, they come to everyone. No one is immune from a fall. And we all need help to truly make a comeback. So it's for people of deep faith and people of no faith, but it's also for people who want to be in a group study, which I think is a place that really works exceptionally well. And there are 6 sessions that are in the participant guide that would be for kind of 6 small groups to get together, a group of 4 to 10 people, something like that, that would gather together in a restaurant or somebody's home or maybe in a church building someplace, wherever it is comfortable and works for them. But in between those sessions, if they were done, say, on a weekly fashion over 6 weeks, there are 5 individual devotional sessions that people can work through to try to apply the transforming practice of that week to their lives. And in each of those 5 individual sessions, it would take about 15 minutes or less to do that. But these are practices that don't come naturally to us. If they came naturally, we wouldn't need this kind of process, right? So we have to actually insert them in an intentional way in our lives. And that's what both the combination of the group and the individual study is meant to be. And actually in the participant guide, there's room left, space left in the pages to be able to write out things, use it almost like a personal journal so that you can track your journey as you go along. And lastly, it's not really meant only for individuals or groups, but also for entire congregations to wrestle with what it would look like to make a comeback as a church. And we're in a time, as you well know, Connie, that churches need to make some comebacks as well. COVID has been devastating for many congregations. They've shown amazing resiliency, I think, in the midst of such a terrible and long-lasting disaster, which we still haven't seen the end of. But nevertheless, life now is not the same as it was a year ago in any congregation. And no one quite knows what life is going to look like on the other side of COVID. So this really could be a study that would help a congregation as a whole embrace their new life.
Yeah, that's great. Those are all such good observations of how this book applies on so many different levels. Thank you so much.